Brought to you, but anything bad happened in the news?
The Cash Me Outside girl got beat up.
No, she didn't.
Oh, she didn't?
Well,
no, but she's suing Walmart.
There was a video she put out supposedly that she was just fine and it really wasn't her or something. I could care less though, because
I know
me
it's
outside.
dumb.
Cash me outside. I got a bat. You put your hands up. I'll hit you with a bat. You pick up a bat. I'll hit you with a golf club.
It's a literal bat.
And I wish I was kidding when I said that said white trash is suing Walmart.
Why is she suing Walmart? Because it's more classy than her?
Which is saying something.
Walmart, always low standards. Always.
Such a dumb phrase.
He's dumb.
Question is, did she put a copyright or trademark on it?
Technically speaking, you don't have to. Once you say it, it's yours.
No, you
still have to go and report it, I know, if you actually want to turn it into something, but from a writing perspective, it's always been argued that if you've written it, it's yours, as long as you can prove it.
But she didn't write it. She said it out loud.
Yeah, I know.
So are we foregoing the...
Do you want to feel really sad? She's potentially going to make millions of dollars endorsing products on her Instagram account.
So, question, Adam.
What?
Are we foregoing the intro?
Oh no, I'll do the intro right after I say, please people, stop making stupid people famous. And with that said, we'll be back in a minute.
The following podcast is intended for mature audiences. The opinions expressed do not reflect this station or any affiliated partners. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Geek EZ.
Just talking? Well, what's the show about? It's about nothing.
Yeah, that's not changing.
Right?
The opening is not changing.
When we have to pay that dude? Not that I'm against paying that dude. Just
What?
Are we going to be able to pay that dude?
I'll contact him, but I'm pretty sure he'll be cool.
Okay.
Because it's a cut of multiple pieces of his work. It's not one solid piece.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I'm not against paying him. I just,
No,
make
not
sure
at
we'll be
all.
able to actually do it.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I do love that intro. I'd love to keep it.
Yeah, it's, I mean, a little bit alters, but we're not changing it for the new format.
Or we get him to make a new one someday.
Yes, we could. But you guys want to spoil S.H.I.E.L.D., so go right ahead right off the bat, because I didn't get to watch it last night.
Oh, man.
I'm just going to eat my sandwich while you guys talk.
They're doing things.
They're definitely doing some things. There was a twist.
What a twist!
I mean, first things first, though. I mean,
What a twist.
Trip is just, Trip.
That was probably the best part of that entire episode.
Trip is mad when he finds out he didn't score with any of them in the real world.
Didn't even so much as hook up with them. Just to hang out. Nothing. Like, damn, missed out, struck out all over.
So wait, they're now aware they're in the framework?
Well, to be fair, Coulson kind of, told them, and that spilled the beans a bit further, and, Gemma talked about it, and Scott and Daisy's like, whatever, fine. Yes, this is what's going on. And I really think they crafted the episode very good. I mean,
Radcliffe got some redemption.
yeah, he did.
Mac made me cry.
Yes, god damn it, man.
Called it.
Well, we did kind of say it a while ago.
They better bring Trip back then.
Yeah, about that.
He did? Again?
No.
Oh.
No, he's alive.
Okay.
Ish. And, well, Mac is alive too.
Yeah, well, I know that Ada made herself a real living body.
Yes, that she succeeded in that.
That was the
and
big plot hole for me, though.
That's where the twist comes in.
What a twist.
She has powers.
Yeah, she kind of nightcrawlered out of where they were.
She gave herself powers.
She gave herself dev magic, is what I'm calling it.
But my big thing is that there's a plot hole. They were using that scanner inside the framework to scan her body and make the new one, but that body had a broken spine.
Except that you can make corrections, and that's probably what it was doing.
But then why need to scan that body at all?
Because you need to have it down,
You need to have a template.
respects exact. I mean, if you're gonna make a clone of somebody, which is basically what they did, then you need to have not just the genetic material, but you'd have to have all of the physical dimensions thereof. Otherwise, yeah, sure, we successfully cloned them. Now they're only 2.5 feet tall.
So wait,
Because we didn't
Mini
do the,
me?
Yes, we'd have mini Ada instead of having regular size.
So, now, I just happened to realize this. I have not been watching the series, so obviously don't really know much what's going on. And from what we know of the interaction between the television show and the movies in the past, this probably isn't likely to happen. But I think there might be a way for them to bring Trip back to life, give him a new body, and it not be a human replica droid, or not human replica droid, an LMD.
So in that
That's
case,
what Ada did.
I have to ask the
Yes,
most
but
important
I'm talking
question.
about something that's different from her.
Yeah, most important
Unless
question
she's already
then,
using this tech.
if
She
we're
did.
going that route.
That's exactly what she did. She made a human body.
She's flesh and blood now.
I'm talking about, is she using the exact same technology as the Cradle?
Um,
Or did she just rapidly age a clone?
no,
No,
it's
she
kind
made-
of Cradle, but it's using Darkhold tech.
She used the Darkhold matter from nothing tech to make a body machine.
She made a really fancy 3D printer.
Yes.
That's what the Cradle was.
It's a similar principle, yes.
So are we actually going to have a reference to the most magical place on Earth?
Tahiti?
Tahiti.
Actually, I was going to say Magic Kingdom, but
I was
Tahiti
going with
works.
Disney.
The
Well,
other
That's the
thing
happiest
is-
place on earth.
The other thing is that while he's out of the framework and is aware of what he did, she may have managed to successfully at least partially program him.
yeah, definitely mess with his mind. He's not taking it too well.
He's screwed. His mind's broke. And
Because, we got to keep messing with Fitz and Simmons. But, Alistair, you're actually kind of on the same wavelength as I was when it came to that whole Cradle thing. I have a hypothesis. It came to me last night. It was basically that, because we saw what's coming up in the next episode, pretty good chance Mac's body's not going to make it. Not a spoiler, we saw that in their teaser for next week. So, as long as the framework does not get destroyed, though, he will still survive. In which case, they could save him for another season and actually bring him back and bring Hope back.
I heard a rumor that Ghost Rider is going to be in the season finale.
It's not a rumor.
Actually, I
it's
think it's
confirmed.
been confirmed.
As we all confirmed, when 7 people says it sounds like this.
I still can't believe Alistair, of all people, gave up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Was that mid-season premiere, dude. It was like not watchable for me, and I just haven't watched any since.
You've
been
missed a
missing
lot of
out.
good stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm honestly way behind on S.H.I.E.L.D.
Now, I'm curious whether or not ABC will do what CW did. CW's been dropping their shows the week after they finish on Netflix. Like Legends, when Legends ended, it was boom. Like 5 days later, it was up. And Flash
Oh,
just
I would-
ended, so boom, Flash is going up.
I would kill for that, honestly. At least then I'd be able to catch up on S.H.I.E.L.D.
They've actually been putting up those episodes, the whole season, into Netflix pretty quick.
Lots of money in there. Lots of money. Lots of money.
Lots of eyeballs.
Money.
More money. More money. More money.
Here comes the money.
Really,
Here comes the money.
I thought that was.
Wait, isn't that
I
Shane
am the
McMahon's
hype.
theme song?
No, I am the hype is when I get a follow.
No,
Here comes
the money is
here
Shane McMahon's theme
It's-
entrance music.
Yes, it's also what plays whenever someone donates to me on Twitch.
Not a hint or anything.
Donate money to him. Nobody's done it yet. Be the first.
Play the game.
I have the Final Fantasy theme.
So someone follows me. It's I am the hype. If someone donates, it's here comes the money. And there's a GIF in the background of people loading wads of $100 bills into machine guns and then firing them.
Yes, little known fact. It actually came from Kill la Kill.
I've never seen anything more than an episode of Kill la Kill, but Roland showed it to me and I was like, yes, I think I will. And then, if someone hosts me, it's a fan version of Vegeta's theme.
I can't watch that show.
Watch show.
Kill la Kill.
On the same vein of that, I saw a pretty cool Facebook like meme today. Like meme. It was a Death Star shooting like fingers, and I never saw that before.
Huh?
I was like, that's
Really?
pretty cool. I mean, I've seen the Rambo one, and then there was the Luke Skywalker likes this, where there's no hand, but I've never seen the Death Star one. And I'm going to totally derail it, and I'm going to tell you what the post was that had all those likes on it. You've heard me talk about fan films before. Not fan films, but fan edits and stuff throughout the show's history. But the one that got me going was Star Wars Revisited by Eddie Wan over in the UK. Well, they posted on their Facebook page that The Empire Strikes Back Revisited, that has been in the works for going on 4 years now, is going to be released in June. So, there's that. Now, 4 years, and there's been a lot of work done on it. It's kind of freaking me out because he's built like an entire Wampa costume. He rebuilt the Echo Base hangar set and a whole lot of things. So, it might be a little overkill in my opinion. We'll see.
Some serious work.
Yeah, he did a monstrous amount of work. Han Solo and Carbonite. He did all these props and pieces and things, which I'm thinking if he's really only using them for tiny little inserts here and there, it's a monstrous amount of work for something that, in my opinion, is the definitive Star Wars film. It is almost perfect the way it is, and I think the only thing it really needs right now is the
More cowbell.
No, it just needs to be color corrected so it's no longer blue.
Dabba-dee-dabba-die.
Yeah.
WD
It's just blue. It's too blue. But aside from that, we'll see what happens.
So also, probably go back to Star Wars in a quick second, but
Okay.
this actually found something that's relevant to Alistair and Tank, and by proxy Tade.
Why am
By
I the by proxy?
It involves a certain character that was beat by another character that got turned into ash on a certain Rooster Teeth
Oh, look!
series.
Yay! Yes,
Ruby's coming back, huh?
Well, well, Ruby, they had volume 4, right?
That was the
Volume
last
4
one, yeah.
just ended.
Yeah. Volume 3 was painful for me.
There were two good characters.
Yeah, well, volume 3 was, I feel like directly targeted at me, considering they're like, have my second favorite character brutally murdered by accident by my first favorite character, and then my first favorite character die.
It's like a Game of Thrones episode.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so basically, one of his favorite characters got turned into ash, the other, death by Sudoku.
Yes,
Yeah,
death by a numbers game.
One got turned into ash, one got turned into a pile of parts.
It was not a good end.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
I actually did not watch that episode because it was painful. I knew it was going to be painful.
So basically, Rooster Teeth pretty much announced that they're going to be bringing back the Ruby Chibi series.
Which is fun.
And-
Fun little short things.
And one of the characters that they're introducing into the series is Penny. Everyone's favorite combat. What is she? Android? Robot?
Kind of falls under the Android moniker.
Why does this Star Wars vessel appear to have a BSG Viper on it?
Because it has a speeder on it.
The speeder looks like a BSG Viper.
Yes, it does.
Usually I'm the one that tries to turn things over to another topic.
Well, it's not turning things over to another topic. He's got a legitimate question.
True.
Even if it is a little random.
Exactly.
I just felt like sharing it.
Wolfie, why did you share that?
It hurt my eyes. It has to hurt yours.
Go.
So
Go
we're going.
smack yourself upside the head repeatedly.
As I say, so we're going on the topic of Star Wars. Who's got 1.4 million?
If we had
about
more
that.
money, we wouldn't have to worry about funding.
Well, yeah, if we had that, we wouldn't have to worry about funding.
I said that out loud. I'm sorry.
Someone ban Wolfie from putting links in chat, please.
Mr. Meeseeks.
That's easier than done.
Mr.
I'm
Meeseeks.
Mr. Meeseeks! Look at
Look at me!
I don't even watch the show, and I know that.
Yeah. Like the only exposure I've had to Rick and Morty is watching some guy play virtual reality.
Oh my god. I was at my sister's this weekend, and we just kept watching Gravity Falls. That show's better than I give it credit for.
Gravity Falls is related to Rick and Morty.
Like, it's so just, like, out there, but it's funny. Grunkle Stan is hilarious.
There you go, Tade. There's a better link if you want to look at something better.
I don't know if I trust you.
It
probably
says
shouldn't.
what it is right in the link.
Bacon toaster.
Titles lie.
Forbidden bacon.
My God, it is a bacon toaster.
You know what they call that? A microwave.
You're not wrong. Batman, Joker, Salt and Pepper Shakers by Funko. Jaws, shark-shaped...
Knife sharpener.
Have fun animating that one.
So I had
Oh,
to play. I had to
hey.
play superhero toys today. I got dragged from what I was doing by my daughter because I had to be the Joker because I sound like him.
Of course.
He's not wrong.
So the entire time, I mean, I was just like, she'd walk up, and my daughter had Batman, my son had Superman, I was the Joker, and she's like, in her little squeaky voice and her play voice, which is higher than her regular voice. Hi, Joker. How you doing? And then she looked at me, waiting, just waiting, and I was like, "Oh, I'm doing fine. How are you?" And she, big smile. Now do the laugh, Daddy. Do the laugh. Ah,
Custom modded iMac coffee maker. Finally, an Apple product that's useful.
Oh. I think I just found the perfect thing to try and take onto a flight. It's number 13 on that list.
The Switchblade Spork.
Yeah, I don't think
Yep.
you can take that on a flight.
nope.
But it's a spork.
Switchblade Spork. Your argument
Did you see
is
McDonald's
valid.
released the fork?
The
Oh,
fork.
yes.
And then
This-
Taco Bell fired back with the nacho chicken thingy.
My response to Taco Bell is, that's nice. Are you going to keep them on the menu for more than 3 days?
For
I'm
real?
actually gonna. Oh, they said something else too, and I was really trying really hard not to put mean-spirited comments on there, like paying their employees more than $7.25 an hour.
Number 16 is absolutely genius.
Toast bags.
I've seen those before. Yeah, speaking of fast food, Smug Wendy, anyone?
Don't you dare post those.
Oh man.
No. Oh, what? Wendy's jumping all over all the other fast food people?
No, the pictures.
Oh, I was just talking Wendy's. Whoever runs Wendy's Twitter is a genius.
Yeah, they
Oh,
are.
yes, we all know.
Yes.
And everybody's getting in on making memes for it.
Yes. I hate when that happens. When something cool happens, then everybody jumps on the bandwagon.
We should expect it by now.
Well, there is that one image of Tank in a
No,
Combat tutu.
no. I deny that. That is no.
I've already explained to you that can't be Tank because Tank shaves his legs.
I'm not denying it.
He doesn't really have a beard, folks. He just glues his leg hair to his face.
If I didn't wear jeans all the time, I probably would.
That's more information about you than we really needed to know. Besides, you're a penguin. You have no leg hair.
You don't have legs.
Yes, I do. Penguins do too have knees.
Where?
Up in, have you? Oh, speaking of birds with weird ass legs, have you seen an owl?
You mean the
Depends on
The
the
fact?
legs on an owl are ridiculously long.
You mean the
Yes.
fact that I have 90% floof?
Yeah,
It's true. It's very true. They're
I've held
just
owls
feather.
before. Kind of look at you weird. They're freaky animals. They really are. It's like behind a cage and stuff. Oh yeah, they're cool to look at. When you get one within a foot of your face, they are freaky. They just stare at you.
it's like a wet koala.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Koalas
No, a wet
smell from
koala.
what I gather.
A wet koala is just terrifying.
Speaking of koalas,
I really
Drop
want to
it.
know where you're going with this now.
Oh yeah, I want to know where that segues.
we have there's another geeky podcast that we're gonna, even though we're a podcast about geeky stuff and want people to listen to us, I listen to them. They're actually not bad. The Bearded Geeks.
Bearded Geeks podcast, and they're pretty much, I think, almost entirely based in Tasmania.
Yes.
They
So
got-
they got the accents.
Oh yes, quite.
Of course, we have accents too to them. So
Yes, but
So
you know what's
wait.
going to happen. We're gonna not be able to resist doing really bad, like Crocodile Dundee accents. I'm sure.
yes, if we would talk.
You all have fun with that.
Wait, I was gonna say, is their show mascot a Tasmanian devil?
No,
No,
Oh,
it's a dude with a beard.
Racist.
sunglasses with a Terminator eye behind it.
no. So basically, Tank.
I am not a Terminator
Dun 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 dun
that you're aware of.
dun 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 dun. Honk.
Honk.
Oh, okay.
Honk.
Where are we going?
Honk.
Who's going?
Defenders.
Who's going to see Guardians this weekend?
I'm seeing
yeah.
it tomorrow.
Seeing it Saturday.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing that bothered me is how did those guys down there over in the Tasmania world already see it?
Because it was released overseas first.
Well, son of a.
Yeah, we had to convince Super Reddit to not talk about it because he's already seen it.
I know. I have to stop listening to their podcast because of it.
Is he actually streaming now? Because I know he did last time we had a show.
I don't think he's streaming right now.
Who is?
Super Rider.
Oh,
Otherwise, he probably would have commented by now.
yeah. Yeah. But
He is offline.
He's probably still recovering from watching Guardians.
I've heard it's not as good as the first one.
I've heard that too, but I've heard that it's still very good.
Yeah.
Nothing is ever good as the first one.
No. Oh, Empire Strikes Back. The only sequel I know that outdoes the original.
I don't know, man. You know, I feel like the original Rogue One was better.
Let's see. Star Trek.
Yeah, when
2.
are they gonna make a sequel to Rogue One?
Can we not count the original Star Trek movie? Didn't that?
Why? It's not that bad a film.
I know. I'm just saying, you can't really say that, you know.
Speaking of the motion picture, a coworker of mine was talking about the fact that, you know, his father really wants him to sit down and watch Star Trek, but he's one of those guys who likes to do things chronologically.
Oh, Lord.
So I was like, okay, sit down, bro. I've got a story to tell you.
This is going to be a bit problematic.
So you need to watch, you know, you need to watch all of Star Trek Enterprise, except for the last episode. You need to wait till, like, season 3 of TNG to watch that one.
Yes.
Well, no, he has to
No,
watch
later
all
than
of
that.
Enterprise. Then he has to stop until Discovery comes out.
Yeah, they have to stop. Which I mentioned Discovery. It's like, then you have to watch all of the original series. Then, if you're brave, the animated series.
I like
Why? The anime series is good.
It's like,
Should also point out, though, they'd actually have to go much later in the Next Generation, because that particular episode in Next Generation was not third season. Or if it was, I didn't
It
see
was like 5th season,
The
wasn't it?
I just know it was late.
No.
He wouldn't be able to watch it till, you know, that episode.
I thought Pegasus was 4th season.
I've been watching it so far, and I have not seen that episode.
Oh, okay.
Of course, you do realize he's gonna run into a continuity issue of why is Riker fat?
Yes.
I just got talking about Captain Kirk.
Pegasus is the 12th episode of season 7.
Yeah, told you, it's much later. So he's got to go through all
Wow.
of TNG.
And then
Go
watch
back
the
and watch the season finale of Enterprise.
Yes.
And he still has to get through part of DS9 before he even gets to season 7 of TNG.
Of course. And then but so you also need to watch, you know, the motion picture, you know, and then all of the original movies. Maybe skipping 5 because we don't want to claim 5 happens sometimes.
Sometimes.
Part of
And
Generations.
The very beginning part.
The very beginning part of Generations, then TNG, then starting about season 6 of TNG, start watching season 1 of Deep Space Nine.
And just keep going back and forth.
Oh, actually, yeah. When he watches Trouble with Tribbles, he's then got to watch all the back in time parts of the DS9 Tribbles episode.
Troubles and Trials and Tribulations. Then once
He's
you get
actually
to
got
about,
to sync them up and watch them together.
then once you get to about season 3 of TNG, you need to start watching First Contact and Insurrection.
Actually, I think
No.
there's a fan
Don't you mean
edit.
season 3 of Voyager?
No, because it takes place during the Dominion War.
So, no, it'd be of DS9.
Yeah, I said Deep Space Nine.
You
Yeah,
said-
Voyager starts like right before the Dominion War.
Yeah, and then he needs once he finishes watching, you know, Voyager all the way through, then he can watch Nemesis. And then you can go watch Star Trek 2009 and go, what the hell? It started all over again.
Then he's got to play Stowe.
No, he's got to do that after Nemesis.
Yeah.
Or he could just go on YouTube and watch the cutscenes.
No,
Well,
actually, he would
it-
have to watch Nemesis and all the 2009 films.
The beginning of the 2009 movie.
No, he has to watch all the way to the current ones, because there's Kelvin timeline in Stowe now.
Right.
Before
dear
you can play
Lord.
Stowe.
It
There's
makes
too much
the chainsaw version of watching Star Wars.
Machete.
Yeah, it's the machete version? I've heard of
Yeah.
the chainsaw version.
I've always called it Machete.
Okay. Well, either way, I was just thinking about this because you talk about doing stuff in sequential order and the way the machete order or chainsaw order, depending on how you order it is. Star Wars should be watched episodes 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, and then 6. Which I don't know why, but it seems to work. How do you fit Rogue One into that?
I would probably say you need to watch Rogue One, then 4 and 5, then 1, 2, 3, and 6.
And then 7.
Yeah, but if you watch Rogue One before 4, the reveal of Vader in 4. Oh man, that sucks.
No, if you watch Rogue One, the reveal of Vader in 4 just blends straight through into it.
You need to just watch that, do that very thing. Watch the Rogue One and then go into A New Hope.
We can do it tomorrow.
Wait,
I'm not going to be available.
I was just say, going back to Star Trek, I counted only 3 of the TNG films. Do we not count that one?
What one?
Which one?
Insurrection?
No,
Insurrection takes place during the Dominion War.
Takes place just after the Dominion War.
There's Generations, there's First Contact, then there's Insurrection, and then there's Nemesis.
okay.
Insurrection takes
I guess
place
that-
just after the war ends.
Okay,
Well, I thought it was like
the
during the tail end of
Insurrection.
it because they're like, we need allies for the Dominion War. Or
No, because of the war's damaging effects.
okay.
Because they were talking about the sonar supplying Ketracel White to, or having had supplied Ketracel White.
Okay.
Why would we be in league with these people?
I don't know. I didn't honestly like Insurrection. I still think that First Contact is still the best of the 4 films.
Insurrection would have made a really good 2-part episode.
Everybody says.
It would have, that's true.
So Generations would have done the same.
Yeah. Generations would have been interesting because it could have technically been a 2-part episode that was, the first part took place in the original series.
Yeah.
And
I think First Contact's the only actual motion picture feeling film that they made.
It's the only one that can stand on its own 2 legs, more or less.
Yes. Nemesis requires too much backstory. You have to, Nemesis can stand on its own if no one's ever seen The Next Generation or anything other than Nemesis. But if you know anything of those
on
characters,
its own if you like bad movies.
well, no,
It is not that bad.
If
Yeah.
you
It
watch
is.
Nemesis,
It's better than Insurrection, honestly.
it is.
No, it is not.
Yes.
Yes.
it is.
Wolfie, get out.
What's her name? Is the chicken?
The Nacho.
Is the only Anij? She is the only
Oh.
redeeming grace in that movie. Because they can hover that camera on her all they want, and it's just like, oh. But yes, that was a sexist thing to say. I'm sorry. Woman's gorgeous. But no, Nemesis stands on its own if you don't know the characters. Once you know the characters, it doesn't make any sense because there are things that the characters do that are out of character. But
Also,
Blue
B4,
skies.
B4 might be the worst joke in all of Star Trek.
he
Especially-
makes Jar Jar look like Olivier.
Especially after Data and Lore, B4 doesn't really fit the whole theme.
Lore, and data.
This would be the time where we would all just facepalm.
What would have been a better name than
But why would
B4,
he have
though?
called him B4 if he hadn't made the other two yet?
Probably
Beta
prototype
4, maybe?
B4.
The 4th
be
beta that
4th?
actually survived, more or less.
I don't know.
Or it was just a bunch of parts that were found and someone grabbed them and, managed to put some programming into it.
I kind of wish
And
they had
hoped
let
for the
Law
best.
live. That would have been a very interesting character.
I just watched that episode.
An android who was further along, Data creating a life form that was more evolved than he was.
A bit better name for B4 would have been Info.
Ah. Info, lore. Ah. Data. It's all Patrick Stewart's fault that they call him Data and not Data.
Sounds better, though.
Batter?
It sounds
Yes.
Gator.
Okay, to
I'm
be
tired.
fair, I have always said Data.
That's because you grew up in a post TNG world.
You grew up in a backwards part of a third world country where they say pop.
Oh, it
Oh
could
no,
be.
they say soda. Actually, everybody says Coke, but
Oh
well,
God,
mom's from Michigan.
Kentucky's one of those places where if I order
He
a
has no
Coke, they're
comeback.
gonna ask me what kind.
Yeah, what flavor?
Ugh.
No, I'm gonna say, do you want Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, Coca-Cola?
Seriously,
And then I'm gonna
21st
go
century.
upside your head.
21st century. Why can we not have both? Just trying to explain.
We just lost the Alistair.
Talking pop
Uh-oh.
too much.
So yeah, basically, Adam, you were saying how Tade grew up in a post
I didn't.
TNG world.
Oh yeah, he grew up in a post TNG world. Up until that point, most people said Data.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could have been worse. He could have grown up in a material world.
I did grow up in the material world. I'm an '80s child.
Same.
I
But
listened to 80s music growing up.
but Data, the actual him, that just shows you how prevalent Star Trek is in pop culture and in just culture in general, because it was written as Data, and Stewart walked in, oh, Data, and there we go. So it's Data, is it?
That's just a
Data.
better way to say it.
It is. It sounds so much better.
Well, let's see. I was watching something on Science Channel yesterday about Jupiter, and you know how we say pretty much methane, right? Here in the States, the gas methane.
Okay.
Yeah,
Farts.
apparently over there they call it methane.
Methane. They also say aluminium. Still trying to figure that one out.
Aluminium.
No, aluminium. Where is that extra syllable coming from?
Yeah,
It's
I've never figured
aluminum.
that either.
I've always heard him say aluminium.
And speciality. Sith Lords are our speciality. There's an extra syllable that's not written in the word.
Let's
It's
see
specialty.
what's another word that they say odd? Jaguar.
Well, technically, it's
Well-
not odd. I mean, it is English.
Well, let's see. We covered aluminium. We say centrifugal. They say centrifugal. We say leisure. They say ligurier.
We say schedule. They say schedule.
All
They-
right, I see what Tank's doing.
Let's see. We say herb. They say, we say herb. They say herb.
Someone please
Mention
say
it.
tomato. Please, someone say tomato. It's tomato.
Potato.
Potato.
I think I'm the
Tomato,
only one
tomato.
getting Tank's joke here.
I think you are.
Depressing.
That's okay. That's.
I'm gonna go put my drag back in my closet now.
Here we go. More geeky crap that we're talking about languages and stuff. Reading an article on language not too long ago, and they came across the whole the historical misstep of certain films and stuff in language and cultures. It was a thing on language and culture. It wasn't just languages, but language was a big part of the article. English, Queen's English, has changed over the past 200 years. What is spoken in England is not what would it sound like during the Revolutionary War. And I laughed. And they explained it. It would sound more like a Bostonian accent. And we would have been shocked to hear an English person from England speaking, because they would have sounded like they were from Boston.
Yeah, I
And-
mean that was
Oh,
pointed
that
out
is-
by I can't think of his name right now. The guy who did play Snape. He also played
Alan
Rickman.
Yeah, Alan Rickman. Thank you. Alan Rickman pointed that out back with Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. He's like, this is actually how they sounded back then, guys. Robin Hood would have sounded just like Kevin Costner.
Yes. Everybody else just sounds English. What was it? The Bard's English, when there was there was a play group in England that was going back and studying all the old phonetics and stuff and trying to figure out how it sounded when people spoke Shakespearean and recited his plays and did his plays in the English that was spoken at the time. And it's fascinating to watch it, because it is. I mean, it's still English, but it sounds completely different, and it almost sounds like another language. And you're like, wait a second, he's speaking English, but it's hard to understand him because it's a different language. Written the same, just weird. It's freaking me out.
Well, it's kind of like just modern times, Australian English versus American English versus Indian English. It's all the
Versus
same,
Canadian
but it's
English.
Canadian is blended pretty much. I mean,
That's called French.
not. No, French Canadian is a completely different beast. And you cannot-
That was totally a dig at Goodwin, just to piss him off.
But yeah, Canadian English and American English, yes, while we have our own nuances and dialects and stuff, I mean, we have different dialects here in the States. You can go from Alabama to California, and they're going to speak two different languages.
Yeah, that's true. But it is also a big country, so that's to be expected. I bet you get
Yes, it
something
is.
similar in Australia. Which, if we get the bearded geeks on here, we'll have to ask them.
We will. It'd be fun to do a team up. Like
Crosscast.
There you go, crosscast.
And the scheduling is going to be the tricky part.
Somebody's doing a red eye.
I would say you could always offer them a case of Foster's.
The bucket of Vegemite.
Oh, yeah.
Only if they give us some cases of Tim Tams.
People keep sending large quantities of Tim Tams to the achievement hunters, and it pisses me off.
I just want a Toblerone bar. If somebody stops at the airport, get me one. Toblerones are good.
Oh, what was the one that I tried? We had a guy from Australia come and he brought goodies for us. And Tim Tams, I think, was one of them, but the other one was a like a chocolate biscuit type deal, and I can't think of the name of it right now. Actually, let me double check. Continue on, I'll look.
Yeah, it's one of these days I will travel and get to see the world before my end had come.
Nope, I was wrong. It was the Tim Tam, and those were good.
But I saw videos from like Sydney, and if I didn't know that it was Sydney, I could have sworn it was any city in the States. I mean, when you think, it's like, oh well, you think other cities and other countries. It's like when I think of London, I don't think of modern London. I think of London.
Big Ben.
Yeah, I mean, I think of all the old historical places. I don't think of the modern buildings and stuff like that. And it's same like Moscow and stuff like that. When you think Russia, you don't see it in your head that it's an actual city, but it's a real. I mean, I don't know. It's just weird.
Wolfie, that joke is bad.
Honestly, whenever I think Moscow, the first thing that comes to my mind is the old Soviet era Moscow.
I mean, it still has that. It still has that look. I mean, it's not like they tore everything down and rebuilt.
Let's say it's still about the same as far as they can tell.
You know what?
Same with Germany.
You know what comes to mind for me?
Hmm?
Rasputin.
Oh, Lord.
No, another good example, though, is Vietnam. A buddy of mine had just traveled there, and he went to Hong Kong and went to Vietnam and Cambodia, which, by the way, he says, your dollar goes really far in those two countries.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
And he went to Hue, which is spelled H-U-E, but pronounced Hue. Whatever, different. And back in the Vietnam War, it was the site of a major battle and was pretty much obliterated. According to him, you can't tell.
Well, look at
it looks
Europe
like a
in
modern
general.
regular city. And Saigon is another example.
I mean,
Ho Chi Minh City.
Yeah, 70 years now, right? How World War II started when? 1939, technically.
39.
One could argue that it never ended from World War One, but yeah,
True. You could, but the actual fighting.
38 or 39, I think.
39. It was 39. The invasion of Poland was 39.
Yeah, I was just say, well, we didn't get into World War
41.
Are we talking World War One or World War Two?
We didn't get into World War II till 41.
Okay,
Was
so
it
yeah,
that,
41.
Was it that early? I thought it was later than that.
No, it was 41.
The war was going on for 2 years before there was talk. There was, do we go in? Do we not go in? Do we help our allies? Do we not? But
well, you can keep in mind that, technically speaking, we didn't do true, actual major combat operations till 42, but 41 is when the U.S. got into it.
We declared war the day after Pearl Harbor, so.
There were other engagements that actually took place with the Germans. One of their submarines sank one of our destroyers before Pearl Harbor. And we were actually slowly getting pulled into that, and then all of a sudden Japan struck.
Yes.
All was going well until the Japanese nation attacked.
I wonder how true the statement, all we've done is woken a sleeping dragon. Or sleeping giant.
He did say that.
Did he really say that?
Mm-hmm.
When they're all patting each other on the back and how good a job they did, and he's like, all we did was piss him off.
Pretty much, and yeah, it's pretty much known that the admiral, I can't remember his name off the top of my mind, but
Yamamoto?
he did. Was it?
Yeah, dude,
Yep.
They named a boat after him.
No.
Yamamoto, not the Yamato.
No,
Yeah,
is there a
Yamato-
Yamamoto class?
No,
It's Yamato.
the
Yamato is the
Yamato.
place.
Oh, that's right.
Yamato is actually the ancient name for Japan.
Also known as Tade's favorite song to sing.
Yamato.
But yeah,
Yamamoto was really against the whole idea, but it's like, we shouldn't do this. I mean, I could guarantee you that we'll go crazy for about 6 months to a year, but after that, I can't give you any guarantees. And then when he found out that the declaration of war came after the hit, he's like, oh, we've done screwed up.
Yes.
The famous words of Alistair's character, you done up.
What wasn't the exact words, or at least a paraphrase? I think we have awoken the sleeping dragon.
Yes.
Yeah,
This is
something
no.
like
Something
that.
is what. This is not a victory. I fear all we've done is woken a sleeping giant or dragon. Can't remember which one it was.
Same effect.
But I mean, it still took us a good 9 months to get actually into the fighting, right?
okay, the sleeping giant.
didn't take us that long.
That's right. We invaded Europe. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, I fear all we have done is to awaken a sleeping giant and fill him with a terrible resolve.
I didn't realize we essentially assassinated Yamamoto.
Oh yeah, we pretty much did. Yeah, we sent a squadron of lightnings after him.
I just realized that if I were to eat a plate of spaghetti in my garage, I'd be eaten between the Axis powers.
Uh.
I have a Volkswagen. My wife has a Toyota.
Oh, hang on. I just looked up. No evidence that Yamamoto said this in reality, despite the film calling it a quote.
Just curious if you actually. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, it's like Churchill. and stuff.
Mandela effect.
Yeah, well, it's not. No, I don't think it falls under Mandela. I think it's just one of those history. It sounds epic, so let's put it in the books. Because it really does sound epic. It's like one of those. It's like, yeah, that sounds really cool. It's like Houston. No, the Houston we have a problem is the Mandela effect. Houston, we've had a problem, or Houston, we have a problem. It's because over at CERN, they blew something up, and unbeknownst to us, we switched realities. Go watch it on YouTube. I've been watching the videos on it ever since that smartest 13-year-old in the world put it all together out there, and I was like, wow, this kid's insane. But let me go look. And sure enough, CERN really did do stuff. The guys over there with the Super Collider, they were doing something. And things changed.
They were colliding things, all super-like.
They say this kid actually believes that they destroyed our universe in an instant, and in that instant, we shifted over to the reality right next to ours.
That makes so much sense.
Which
that
is
I'm
why
thinking
people
about it.
remember movies that don't exist. Which is why people remember quotes that don't exist, or there are things that exist that no one remembers.
Bernstein Bears versus Berenstein Bears.
Things like that.
Okay, so here's the thing. On that line,
Yeah.
being a historian, I have to correct myself. I thought that's what was said. Here's the thing. In Tora Tora Tora, they use that line, and supposedly the screenwriter had found a 1943 letter from Yamamoto to the Admiralty that contained that quote. However, that screenwriter could not produce the letter, nor can anybody else on either side recall or find it. Now, it is recorded that he alone he basically spent the day after Pearl Harbor sunk in apparent depression, and he was upset by the foreign ministry's bungling. So it's a very distinct possibility that he may have written it down, but we have no written confirmation to this day. He definitely felt the way, though. So that's about all we have really to go on. I mean, there's recorded that, yeah, he was not pleased with how that turned out, even though he's the one who came up with the surprise attack concept. But he didn't actually write down that particular line that anybody can find. Which, from a historic standpoint, you kind of need that to use as like, prime source material type thing.
I just looked over to the chat. I am so sorry I did.
What?
The internal chat, the TeeSpeak chat.
Because of Wolfie.
Because I looked and I read the 2 jokes that Wolfie posted.
Did you see mine?
I just giggled just a little bit. I have to read the first one. What do you call it when the strategic operations officer on Deep Space Nine runs as fast as he can? Warp speed.
But
What is Thomas Riker's dating philosophy? If at first you don't succeed, try Troy again.
just
That
the
thing
worst.
is, they're not wrong.
That always sat wrong with me.
Hmm?
It's like they built up the whole romance between Worf and Troy,
And it's just like, nah.
and then it was like the show ended, and he went to Deep Space Nine, and
That was the end of it.
That was the end of it. And then he's sitting there at the wedding, at Riker's wedding, and
Drunk. Well, hungover.
Well, by that point in time, he himself had been married and lost his wife.
Yes.
So he was probably like, yeah, I'm done with romance for now.
Yeah, didn't he get drunk on Romulan ale?
Yes.
You did.
Romulan
Ale
ale
should be illegal.
Okay, now here we go. Here
is.
is a whole Mandela effect thing, all right?
Hmm.
I distinctly remember the lines being Romulan ale should be illegal. It is. It should be more illegal. But I have never been able to find a version of the film where he goes, it should be more illegal.
It's in the book, isn't it?
I don't know.
I've
Did you
never
happen
read
to
the book.
Oh, did you ever listen? I don't know. It's like Luke, where I am your father, or no, I am your father. I've always remembered, no, I am your father. Maybe I'm from this reality and you guys are not.
No, he said no.
A lot of people swear up and down. He said, Luke, I am your father.
No, he said no.
No.
I've actually
I am
had
your
people
father.
tell me that Splinter of the Mind's Eye was a film.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
it's
it
never been a movie.
Wait, what?
Yes.
would have
I
been a
was like,
terrible
this-
film.
I was like, no, it's just
It's
a
a
sequel
pretty
book.
bad book.
Yeah,
too.
it's
It
really
is.
bad. But no, I've had people tell me, it's like, oh, yeah, I saw that movie. I was like, what movie? The second Star Wars movie, The Empire Strikes Back. No, man, the other one. What other one?
What?
The Splinter of the Mind's Eye. It's like, Splinter of the Mind's Eye was a book.
I never read it.
Considering that you can literally just these days, you should be able to counter that one pretty easy. It's like, all right, let's go to Amazon. Let's see what films are there. The Splinter of the Mind's Eye is not one of them.
Nope.
That's an easy one to refute.
But we all know that the holiday special did happen.
Well,
I saw something earlier today. I can't remember where, but Chewbacca's kid is canon.
Yes. And
yes.
he's actually not the little kid he was in the holiday special. He's an adolescent Wookiee. He's a Wookiee with pimples.
I was just imagining that they get, bigger tufts of fur. Like, your fur is just out of control.
Lumpawara.
Fuzzy out of control, out of control.
Lumpy for short. I wonder if they're going to do Itchy. Are they going to make Itchy canon?
Only if they bring in Scratchy.
Oh, dear.
I see what you did there. Attitude check? Yeah, he's already canon.
Is he?
Well, yeah, he was in Revenge of the Sith.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was.
I was sitting there going, Anna's getting ready. No way.
Is he really?
Yeah,
Oh, crap.
he's kind of prominent.
I
He's
know.
literally standing next to Chewbacca, next to
When?
Yoda.
No, that's Captain Tarful.
Yeah,
It's
that's
Captain
always been
Tarful.
Tarful. When Yoda's getting in the pod.
Yeah, when Yoda's getting the pod, that's Tarful.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
Okay. What is it? Ada Itch? I don't remember how to say it.
Addit Chuck or Cup.
Ada Itchka, yeah.
Inukchuk?
Kind of like Thrawn's real name, Mithra or whatever.
Naruto.
Yeah.
Don't ask Tate to say that because he knows how.
I will say, the book was good.
Did you like that ending?
Book was good. I love the fact that it paints Thrawn as a character that is just out for what's best.
Exactly.
He's not
And
evil,
that
he's
ending,
not
do you
good.
see why now I think the Chiss might show up in episode 8 or 9?
Kiss my ass. Kiss my blue ass. Sorry.
The hell's wrong with you?
Are you sure you want the answer to that question?
I don't understand the glowing red eyes. What bioluminescence thing would actually... I
They
don't know.
see in the infrared. It's the same reason Alistair's eyes are bioluminescent purple, because he sees slightly into the infrared. Either I'm disconnecting again, or we're having a lot of dead air.
We are. I'm
Yeah.
actually reading about
Did
that.
I?
I'm sorry about the
I was
dead.
looking that up. You talk. I'm looking.
He's looking. We'll talk. Oh. I had something, and I don't remember. I mean, it really hasn't been a really good geeky week, has it?
There isn't a lot of stuff out this week.
No. That's why our conversation's
Everything-
been all over the place.
Everything is kind of sitting, waiting for Guardians of the Galaxy.
There are rumors that we're going to get a trailer for the actual full trailer at D23 for both Avengers and Last Jedi.
You mean Han Solo?
Yeah, Han Solo. No, I heard Avengers too.
No,
But I think-
I heard Avengers and Han Solo. I didn't hear anything about Last Jedi.
Yeah. I think it's too soon for the Last Jedi trailer, actually. Isn't D23 like the end of this month, beginning of next month?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's too soon. I mean, they just dropped the teaser. I'm still worried. I'm still worried that that film is going to have too many elements of The Empire Strikes Back. The addition of walkers instantly makes me go, what?
But to be fair, though, every second movie has a walker.
It does. It's true. Every second movie does have a walker.
Okay.
And
this
the
is why
walkers
this is-
were technically introduced in episode 7. They are in the background.
Yes, they are.
So here's the story. Aditichuk was apparently not in the film. I always took. There was one that I saw that was him, but he was referenced as having taken part in the battle in the Revenge of the Sith Incredible cross section. So that's probably where I saw that as confirmation. My bad. Twice.
My
Striking out today.
bad.
Struck out on the history side. Struck out on the Star Wars side.
You're batting 0 for 2 right now.
Batman.
Oh, that one hurt.
I'm tactical fat ass.
I'm a tactical nuclear penguin.
I didn't realize you were a beer.
A discontinued beer, apparently.
So,
Yes.
I know I showed Tank this earlier, but did you hear that Panda Express is putting in a comic book with their kids meal?
They have a kids meal at Panda Express.
Apparently.
Yes, they're
A
bringing
box full
back
of crap your kid won't eat.
they're bringing back a little known hero known as the Green Turtle. I wish
Wait,
I was making this
What?
up.
want your kid to eat Chinese food? Give them a poo-poo platter, tell them what it is, and they'll snicker and then eat it.
Not wrong.
My son actually likes rice, so I can't really complain.
Depends on the rice.
It is a little odd, though, that to have Panda Express doing that. I mean, sure, it's nice to.
It's like Chipotle has a kids meal. Why?
No, we're talking about the comic.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's the link right there.
It's just odd.
It would appear that I can't have all of this stuff up on my browser and run TeamSpeak and stream and do all these other things at the same time because my browser does not like it.
Uh-oh.
Get a new browser.
What have you done?
Yeah, I'm just using a
Ruh-roh,
monstrous amount of
Reagan.
bandwidth. It doesn't help that I have Facebook on, and Facebook is a constant stream. I'm gonna close Facebook.
Oh no.
I'll leave the giant.
No.
I will leave the Emperor's compensating Star Destroyer up on screen though, because we will talk. I'm gonna put that up.
That thing is just hysterical. It's a classic.
Worst thing is, there are some people who take it seriously and then have made ships bigger.
Because, why not?
Yeah.
Because it's all about measure.
From a tactical standpoint, a ship even the size of the Eclipse class is. Its job
Like
could
a
be done better.
Death Star.
I mean, its job could be done better by a smaller ship.
Yeah. When you
The
get
whole,
to that
the,
point,
the whole point of the Tarkin Doctrine and the whole point of like the Executor and the Eclipse and the Sovereign was
Fear.
to be psychologically terrifying. They are at the apex of how you can do that and still be an effective dreadnought. You go beyond that, and you make something bigger than the second Death Star, they're going to laugh at you because it's going to take you a month to turn around.
okay, has it been canonically proven that the second Death Star was that much bigger than the original? Or is that still just EU?
I think that's not been mentioned in film, but it's always. I think in like the materials for like Return of the Jedi and such, they always said it was made bigger and better than the first one.
I mean, I know in the book, yes, it mentioned that, but that's an adaptation.
Well, from the film. I mean, talk about the one they released, with film footage and all that back in the 80s.
We could always tweet Pablo and find out.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
But yeah, I'm not talking
Get on it, Tate.
In novels or anything like that. I'm just talking what they released back when the film came out versus the various essential guides and such, which basically are taking it from that source. It's been argued by how much bigger it is.
Yeah, I've heard that it's 3 times the size. I've heard that it's 9 times. I mean, it's like the thing was already the size of a moon.
Okay. Canonically, it is the exact same size as the first Death Star.
That's what I thought.
First
Actually,
Death Star in Star Wars Rogue One, the ultimate visual guide is given a diameter of 160 kilometers. Death Star 2 in Star Wars Complete Locations is given a diameter of 160 kilometers. They are the exact same size.
Both books released after the canon was established. New canon.
Yes, Star Wars Complete Locations was released in 2016, and Rogue One is obviously... Yeah. So they are both identical in size.
Which would make sense considering that they're within 2 years building this second one. So, I mean, you don't want to redesign the whole thing.
Well, according to the EU, there's more than 2.
Well,
in construction of.
I'm looking at
multiples.
Legends, and Legends says 160 kilometers.
So it's the exact same size.
Yeah, so yeah, in the EU, where there was the Death Star prototype, there was the DS1, the DS2, and then there's Nocturno.
I am really, when I come to, I'm just thinking, but we're talking Star Wars Rogue One, and my kids have watched the last 10 minutes of Rogue One at least 7 times in the past 5 days. Because Darth Vader's in it. But it's like, just watching all that, and watching Tarkin, I am still in awe of Tarkin. I know how it's made, I know how it's done, but it still blows me away. Because on the small screen, it works. I don't know why, but it does.
I feel bad for posting that link in chat.
You horrible person.
I gotta click on it.
Why did I click that?
You should know better. Of all people,
I'm not clicking on it.
Yeah, you should know better, Wolfie.
Was that revenge for earlier?
Oh no, I haven't even started to get even with you yet.
My link was labeled. It's not my fault you clicked it.
I actually had that run on the stream because I forgot my screen was up.
Alright, now I need to click on it just to know what everybody's been exposed to.
All you have to do is look at the Twitch stream.
It's funny.
Read it.
Oh my god.
Out of curiosity, Adam, is Trolls 2
What?
public domain yet?
Trolls 2?
The whole, oh my god.
Sure.
I'm blaming my sister for this because I keep snorting. And I didn't start doing it again until I started hitting her. Oh god.
Anyways, I was actually talking to somebody who watched Rogue One on DVD because they don't have a Blu-ray,
Oh dear god.
and they were saying that Tarkin, just seeing Tarkin on a standard definition DVD, it's just jarring, apparently.
Well, I have it. I haven't watched it yet.
I have a 4K. I don't have a 4K Blu-ray player, but I have a 4K TV that upscales pretty nicely, and I gotta say, I mean, it's still. I mean, again, is it perfect? No.
No.
It is not. And there are two scenes that it really stands out. But the shot at the end, when he's like, Lord Vader will handle the fleet and all that kind of stuff, that, I mean, it's pretty near perfect. It's like, wow. I even did a side-by-side on my computer. I had Rogue One up, and I had A New Hope up, and I'm like looking. It's like, okay, the lighting's different, film grain's different, but I mean, it's, yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
I decided to look on Wikipedia, and they have a category for Death Stars. This includes both, canon, Legends, and EU stuff. There is the Death Star, the Battle Moon, the Darksaber, the Death Star 2, the Death Star 3, the Death Star Prototype, the DS-1 Orbital Battle Station, the Expeditionary Battle Planetoid, the Holiest of Holies, the Nocturno,
I'm sorry, what?
the Pulsar Station, Starkiller Base, Tarkin, the Super Weapon, and Unidentified Test Unit Death Star.
Sounds like a really bad anime.
I'm sorry, did you say the holiest holy?
The Holiest of Holies, or Holy of Holies, was a chunk of wreckage from the first Death Star that was recovered by Ugor shortly after the Battle of Yavin. The salvage contained a prototype gravity well projector that the Ugor's priest-scientists discovered could be used to order the chaotic spread of garbage of the Ugor's home, the Paradise System. After discovery, the projector was dubbed the Prime Mover, and the wreckage in which it was housed was called the Holy of Holies.
Please tell me that wiki entry was put by Jar Jar Binks.
Please tell me this was...
It appeared in... What is this? A role-playing adventure by West End Games called Scavenger Hunt.
Out of curiosity, when was that published?
1989.
Oh, good God. Is that where they came up with the Malons?
I don't know.
I am smart.
But yeah, there are
No, that's
more.
that's the
That's the
Packlets.
Packlets.
Oh yes, the Packlets. Sorry,
Malons were the
Packlets
trash
are-
dumpers.
that's right.
Now, I the only other Death Star that I knew of, other than the prototype, was the Nocturno, because it appeared in an old roleplay I did.
I've never
Wait.
even heard of the Nocturno.
Well, do you want to know why you've never heard of the Nocturno?
You almost said Loxer.
You want to know
Lockjaw?
why? You want to know why you've never heard of the Nocturno?
Yes.
Because it appeared in an RPG adventure with that name. Someone else can try and say it.
Le somme de tous les peurs.
It basically translates to the sum of all their fears, but it was a role-playing adventure in the French gaming magazine Cassis Belay. Issue number 99.
I was totally getting ready to read that in Spanish.
Ole.
It's very French to me.
Yes, that's French. La somme de tous les peurs.
We're certainly covered the Star Wars side of things, especially considering what's tomorrow.
Thursday?
What's tomorrow, Tank?
May the 4th.
Oh!
Is that important somehow?
Some people might think so. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 unofficially releases tomorrow.
Well, seeing as it's the Star Wars of the MCU.
You know, that's actually a pretty accurate assessment.
You got Luke, you got Han. Well, Luke and Han kind of wrapped in one. You got Chewbacca. Princess Leia.
Wait. Who's Chewbacca? Is it Drax or is it Rocket?
Drax. Or Groot. I would go more Drax.
Yeah.
Groot and Rocket would be C-3PO and R2-D2. Because you can understand one and not the other.
I'm just now suddenly picturing using the Star Wars cast, but placing them over the Guardians of the Galaxy cast. He's a Wookiee. Metaphors go right over their heads.
No, that almost hit me. I'm probably not going to be able to see it tomorrow. I have a lot going on tomorrow.
Well, I will make sure not to spoil it.
I'll be seeing it Friday or Saturday. Don't you worry about that. But yes,
Don't you
spoil
worry,
it.
you'll put ahead.
Don't you worry. I mean, I would love to be able to go out and see it tomorrow evening, as long as I can. I mean, if I can. But we'll see.
I was
Okay,
surprised there were
again, a lot of
no
stuff
midnight
going
showings tonight. At least not around here, there weren't any.
Ooh, I have never read that quote.
Huh?
Grand General Cassio Tag? I look at the state of the Empire and I think, how many super star destroyers could we have made with the resources we threw into Tarkin's Folly? Now I want to name a ship Tarkin's Folly. I know what we're naming our exploration ship. Actually, I've already picked a name for it.
I can already see how this is going to go over. If they ever read your transponder code correctly, Tarkin's Folly, arrest them!
No, I've already picked a name for it.
We also got other things, movie-wise. I mean, we got a new trailer for Wonder Woman, and the Defenders trailer is dropped.
Yes, the Defenders.
That's true.
trailer.
We have another Wonder Woman one?
Yep.
When did that happen?
Yesterday.
Where was I? Sleeping.
Sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good, though.
It didn't really reveal much more. We got like a 1.5 second view of Ares.
I'm definitely looking forward to that one, too.
But of course.
And the Defenders trailer is just like, that actually looks a lot of fun and probably will make up for Iron Fist.
I was
Yeah,
baffled
better.
because Iron Fist appears to do things in the trailer. It confuses me.
I mean, Luke Cage is apparently going to be released. So,
I'm the immortal Iron Fist. You what?
wait, what?
I'm the immortal Iron Fist. You what?
I already got some good lines. We got the blind ninja over here.
Guy who's bulletproof.
Whatever
Whatever
you are,
you are.
classy. They got for a team, they got a large abundance of super strong people.
And we got Shtick.
Stick is his own thing. Stick does whatever he feels he needs to do, whenever he wants to do it.
I want to know who Sigourney Weaver's playing.
Yes, that was what, hit me because I hadn't really been following what was going to be
I
happening.
totally forgot she was going to be in this.
And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. That's Sigourney Weaver.
Because I was so ready for, Madame Gao to be like the big bad in this movie. And it's just like, no, Sigourney Weaver. I'm like, what? Or not movie, series. I keep thinking it's a movie.
Well, that trailer certainly made it feel like one.
Yes.
Well, if you think about it, they are a movie, just a really long one, broken up into 1 hour long segments.
Actually, 8 episodes, isn't it?
It's an 8-hour movie.
So it's...
I don't know if I can watch World of the Rings again.
That's at least 2 films of Lord of the Rings right there.
Or
You,
one.
you did that noise as soon as I reloaded my Twitter feed and there was a picture of a duck.
It's either 2 Lord of the Rings movies or 1 Justice League movie. What? Nothing?
I'm sorry you lost me.
How long they're making that movie?
Oh, that's months. It will never be finished.
I got the Wonder Woman theme song playing in my head now.
Wonder Woman.
Which? Not that one.
The new one from Dawn of Justice.
It wasn't a bad theme.
No.
Best piece of music in that thing, I think.
Well, because it's Hans Zimmer. Sorry. Just not one of my favorite composers. Everything all just sounds the same. There's a lot of that. That's Hans Zimmer in a nutshell. And this is me in a nutshell. Oh, I'm in a nutshell. No, I'm sorry.
Echo,
Awesome.
echo.
What echo?
Speaking of, I was in the video store the other day. Anybody see Earth to Echo?
I was back in the 90s.
I have to go return some videotapes.
It's just Blu-rays and DVDs, guys. It's just they're one of the few that are around, but they had Earth to Echo, and I'm like, did anyone actually see this ET ripoff?
No.
Oh, okay.
Never even heard of it till you mentioned it.
Earth to Echo. Look it up. It's basically the same story as ET as far as the trailers went. I was like, oh look, bunch of kids find an alien. Oh, ET.
Released in 2014?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, I do remember seeing the trailer for that, but I didn't actually watch it.
To paraphrase David Spade, yeah, I liked it better when it was called ET. Yeah, wow. Short show, huh?
Well,
Kind of
kinda.
winding down.
It's been a long day, that's all I can say.
Long day. I'm gonna have to go watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. now.
You should. It was a good episode.
I better go watch it.
This is
So-
oddly familiar.
So much drama and tension. Although we can mention at least, continuation of the implosion of that big festival that was supposed to be the thing of the century.
Oh, what was it? The Fire something?
The Fire Festival.
Got some cheese sandwiches for you.
Oh, man.
I would be so...
More than what I have to eat at my house.
Murder. There, it blows my mind. I just know little bits and pieces. I haven't kept up with it. I was just laughing. I was like, wait a second. They were spending $1,200 a person, or $12,000 a person, and they got there and there was cheese sandwiches in styrofoam containers.
And they were specifically told don't bring cash because everything was going to be done digitally and whatnot. I mean, there was no infrastructure for it in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, there was people who got robbed. Their stuff was stolen from their tents that were supposed to be suites, and I mean, yeah, it's being hit with a $100 million lawsuit now.
Wait a second. There were tents instead of suites?
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Like even the guys that setting it up was like they were saying, well, this is beyond even our modest expectations, that we could not have done it. And apparently they'd been telling higher ups that no, this is not going to happen. We can't do it.
And this is Ja Rule, right?
Yeah.
That if you say it fast is drool?
Yeah, if you say, but Ja Rule's like, it's not my fault.
Dude, it was yours. Wasn't it his brainchild?
Well, he certainly had a hand in it.
To be fair, though, you got to be pretty dumb to go to a music festival hosted by Ja Rule and expect things to work out.
Probably.
This is why you just go to Coachella and be done with it.
Yeah, one of the
This is why you sit at home and just live stream Coachella.
Yeah, there's apparently one of the attendees though has already filed a lawsuit against the organizers, and ticket buyers are receiving apologies from event organizers who now admit that the Fire Festival fell dramatically short of even the most modest expectations. The lawsuit's being sought to be a class action one, which makes sense. I mean, yeah, it's oh boy. Put a link in our notes about that.
Cool.
We
had notes this week?
Yeah, we had notes.
I'm sorry, I didn't even look.
I wasn't aware.
It's the same page. You just got to keep going back to the same thing. Just keep the link. I have a bookmark.
Yeah, the suit states, for example, in addition to the substandard accommodations, wild animals were seen in and around the festival grounds, and it's accompanied by a Instagram photo of two festival goers wading in crystal blue waters captioned, "Fire is a huge, shit show, but it hasn't been a total loss. I got to meet this swimming pig yesterday."
Oh, the comments I would love to make right now.
There's a picture on it. I mean, the link I dropped goes to NPR, but they covered it pretty thoroughly. Yeah, Ja Rule, he tweeted on Sunday, relieved to share that all guests are safe and have been sent the form to apply for a refund. Our deepest apologies.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it.
No. They shot too high for their means, I think.
Just a little bit. With the amount of money they were taking in, I mean, $12,000 a person?
For everything that they were suggesting was going to be available, models hanging out with you and major, musical groups coming in.
They didn't say what kind of models. They just said models.
They'd be the models that just hold up the clothing in the.
Dear Lord, what
Sears.
are you? I'm a mannequin. I'm a model. Bunch of foot models walking around.
Yeah, I found a picture of Tank.
They could get George Costanza being a hand model again.
Hey, Vandalay! Vandalay!
No, that's not me. Because so far you guys have not you're not done that. Though I'm sure with Kev getting more into it, that's a more distinct possibility. He did something pretty random last time. So he's trying.
Just can't remember his character's name.
No, he never seems to remember that.
He's short-circuiting.
Hey, Norin! Crickets.
Kev,
Norman.
what? Talking about you.
Oh. What?
Huh? What?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
That's Kev right there.
Okay. Now, you said Nora, and I was just thinking how cool it would be if Marvel could make a Silver Surfer movie.
I don't think they're going to get that done anytime soon.
They don't have the rights. Silver Surfer belongs with the Fantastic Four rights.
Solar Surfer?
Oh.
Silver.
Oh, this is cool. Apparently, they just leaked an image from the next Fast and the Furious movie already.
Oh no.
Well, if it's not everybody dying, I'll be upset.
Yeah, haha, I see what you did there.
Just waiting for Adam.
Was that a burrito sigh?
No, that was an Alistair say. Done by Adam.
I really thought
practicing.
I thought we were done with the Luigi death stare.
You were
Nope.
never done with the Luigi death stare.
There's no escape.
That's really good though.
Oh, I guess we can also cover the, come back more geeky stuff. We'll have more geeky people, with us.
Yes, we will.
Next Wednesday, we will have guests, and they're totally down for, joining us here in our TeamSpeak server, and for the people, 1 people, 2 people, 3 people, any people? Do we have any people here out there?
You people. What do you mean, you people?
My people.
To those who are going to listen,
My people go.
I don't like Twitch.
Twitch doesn't like you.
Dude, it just told me I went offline. But I'm not offline.
it's
Because
still
the
showing
YouTube
live.
because the YouTube stream. No, I know. It's just it told me I went offline. But I can still see everything. I can
Maybe
still
it's-
type in the chat.
Maybe you can see the future.
See the future.
Well,
Is it on
anyway,
fire?
we're going to
Yes,
have...
back to our guests.
Yes, our guests. We're going to have a couple Hugo Award nominated indie comic creators, Adam Withers and Comfort Love. We've mentioned them a few times.
Yes.
And they're fantastic artists, and they're really good at creating their stories and have done well. Probably one of the few, I'd say probably few comics that have successfully gone indie, and they're not huge by any means, but I think there's potential there. If it can get picked up, kind of like what happened with that creator for The Walking Dead.
Honestly, having read Uniques, kind of bummed it never got picked up and carried by somebody major because it was a really good story.
Yeah, and they're actually redoing it.
No, wait, not Uniques.
Rainbow in the Dark.
Rainbow in the Dark is what I read. Uniques is their other one.
Yes,
They
which they're redoing
self-publish?
in the director's cut. And they've discussed a few times, like last week I think it was, they did a director's cut commentary where they went back and forth. They showed, this is what we did in the new one, this is what we did in the old one, this is how we improved. I mean, and they have improved significantly. So, and they are just as big a geeks as we are. So, should be a good time.
Yes.
Plus, we get side of the convention going experience that we don't experience. We very little about.
Most of us don't get to go to conventions.
Well, there's that, but I mean, that's their job. That's practically their livelihood. They go to, let's see, I think one year they went to like 15 conventions, and that's on both coasts and Midwest. I think their numbers are a little less than that these days. So, but either way, it'll be good to kind of cover more of that business aspect and see how much work goes into trying to produce on your own. And for full disclosure, yes, I did help with them doing some of the pages on both Uniques and Rainbow in the Dark.
You laid flats, right?
Yep,
Yes.
that's all I'm good for.
Well, and others, I'm just going to plug this just because I'm in the book. Other independent books. The local here in Ohio, Cleveland's own superhero, Apama, the Undiscovered Animal, by Ted Sikora. It just dropped its second volume, which is a compilation of... it's basically the second season all in one book. And I did some pen work on it.
Roboting.
Robo Adam.
Robo Adam. Am I still roboting?
Oh yeah.
Really? It's that time of night. I was after 11.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, good thing we're recording it on our own.
Yes.
So you in the book?
Yes, I did a pinup. I did some pinup art for it. I'm at the end of the book. I'm one of the I think he had 10 artists go in and do stuff.
I'm assuming you can't show anything, of course.
Actually, I think I am now allowed to. I'm allowed to post it now that the book has been dropped. But I'm not gonna. If I post it anywhere, it's not gonna be a full res image because you got to go buy the book.
Oh yeah.
But yes, I think now I'll contact him and ask him because I know we had talked about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I got no problem. Just wait till the book drops." So book dropped, and I wasn't able to get to the party. The book dropped. They had it in Cleveland last weekend, but
Announcement that image is wrong.
actually it's a really good book. It reads really well. It's got a very old school Marvel feel to it, like the mid '80s, early '80s, mid '80s Marvel in both art style and story. It's fun. It's off the wall, but yeah, it's good. Look for it. It's called Apama, APAMA. Undiscovered Animal. But I'm done. I don't know about you guys. I got nothing.
I guess the last thing that I can mention about that trailer that I dropped on the Geek EZ Facebook page. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it.
I watched so many trailers, and I haven't watched enough trailers. Which one was it?
It was the one about Ironclad.
No, I did not watch that one.
Yep, there's a fellow actually took panels from the comic that I helped over the past year or so. Again, doing flats. And he took panels from the completed version and made it into kind of a Marvel style trailer.
Cool.
So it's a nice teaser trailer, shows a lot of stuff that's going on in the books. And yeah, people should check it out.
Cool.
Not because I'm plugging because I get money or anything like that.
Yeah, me neither. I got paid already for what I had to do.
I don't see money coming to me anytime soon, so.
But I am plugging it because if the book makes money, I get another phone call and say, "Hey, you want to do some more?" And I'll be like, "Oh, yeah."
So
Grab that link actually, and we'll drop it here in the Holosuite if there's anybody there. Or...
Actually, I was going to
Hello.
ask who's plans on seeing the black and white version of Logan.
Great, so I can be bored in 2 colors.
Well, considering I didn't see Logan in theaters, I still haven't seen it. I might.
May 16th, one night only.
Yeah, I'm not going to see it regardless.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
And
I know it's
Wolfie
getting
just
accolades. Yeah.
And Wolfie just repasted the same link.
Yeah,
Fail.
I mean, I know I'm in the minority when it comes to Logan, but I mean, I'll watch. It's coming out on Blu-ray in like 3 weeks.
Already? Didn't it just come
Yeah.
out on theaters?
It's May 23rd from what I'm gathering. So that's the thing that got sent to me in my little email on upcoming Blu-ray releases. But
Yeah, the black and white's going to be on the Blu-ray as well.
I'll watch. I'm not even gonna buy it. I mean, I'm a completist. I don't think I'm gonna buy it. But I'll go red box it, and I'll be like, I'll sit through it, and if maybe something will stick, and I'll go, oh, okay, it's not that bad. But when my wife looks at me with that look, I know. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I had to apologize. It's like you made me sit through that. I mean, she wants to go see Guardians, and it was just like, we're gonna go see Logan. Okay, cool, let's go. I mean, she's not like ultra geek, but she can get into geeky stuff. Yeah, and I got that look, and I was just that look of, it's kind of like she smelled something bad, like for the last half of the film, and walking out to the car, she's just like really quiet, and I just looked at her and said, I am so sorry. But, and she's like, it just wasn't good. I was like, no, it wasn't. So, I'm not the only one in the family that thought it wasn't good. But the rest of the world think it's like the greatest comic book movie ever made, so. Just shows the rest of the world has no taste.
My taste buds are just fine, thank you.
You know what though? I think my biggest issue is I am so over the apocalyptic future crap. Every time you
Meanwhile,
see
in
the
Fallout
future,
4.
it's like everything is this dystopian wasteland future, and everything's horrible, and it's like, really? Where's that's why I like Star Trek. Star Trek's a hopeful future.
So I just finished watching Conspiracy.
It's the show that just went nowhere.
Like Conspiracy?
Conspiracy, the Star Trek The Next Generation episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what's sad about it is I wish it had gone somewhere, but apparently it didn't go anywhere because people didn't like it.
Well, no. They thought it was just too... I mean, come on, the dude's head explodes, man. They were put off by the actual violence in the show.
I will say, yeah, there is some really unusually graphic violence in that episode, especially for the time.
It should have had a warning. That is like one of those. It's like that dude's rib cage and spine and entrails are all over that chair.
Well, I believe the other reason that it didn't go anywhere is the original direction they wanted to go was more along the lines of what Quinn talks about in the first episode where it's mentioned, where it's a political conspiracy. And then Roddenberry was like, no, there's got to be aliens involved.
Well, they were originally supposed to end up being the Borg.
Well, they were originally supposed to be at least connected to the Borg.
I know in the books they end up being the anti-symbiotes or something.
Yeah, and in an STO, they're genetically engineered bioweapons for the Iconians.
Those damn Iconians.
Which I buy more than the anti-symbiote.
Yeah, because even in STO, it's specifically mentioned that the Trill, specifically joined Trills, are immune to them, almost.
And some of the books, apparently, it's gone back and forth, but of course, books aren't canon.
Now, there is a major retcon. The Trill are completely changed up from their TNG appearance to when they show up in DS9.
Yeah, it was easier to do makeup of just spots.
Well, not just that. There's the whole thing of, in TNG, the symbiote is the personalities don't combine. There's no sharing of memories or anything. It's just the symbiote. And then on DS9, the symbiote has its memories, the host has its memories, and they combine the past and present personalities and everything.
That has got to be weird.
Yeah, it was a lot better in DS9.
The voices in my head keep telling me to kill you.
I'm not sure why.
Why are you eating that ice cream? Why are you making that face? Because I cannot stand vanilla. But why are you eating it? Because I do like vanilla. What?
So wait, is it a case of you're at soup?
What happens if the symbiote is left-handed and the host is right-handed?
Ambidextrous.
I think they actually covered that. Like one of my favorite episodes is where they actually had the personalities, inhabit some of the other cast, so they can talk with them. And
and Odo and Curzon merge or whatever.
Yeah, although my favorite part was probably still the part with Quark. Wait, he wants to talk to you. You're not going to tell anybody about this, are you?
Curzodo. Tuvix. Probably the worst.
You mean that abomination?
What he? They murdered a person.
Well, that's definitely one of those ethical questions.
I'm sorry. It was a transporter accident. Well, we can reverse it, yes, but now you have created a sentient life form.
Wouldn't Voyager still have the patterns in its transporter buffer?
Everything we know about transporters would basically, all they would have to do is place him in the transporter buffer, and they would have been able to materialize all three of them.
That's true.
But they can't do that. That's not good dramatic television.
It was a good dramatic television. That
But
was
that's how they
straight up
say
wrong.
Pulaski.
Who's in charge of storytelling over at Cryptic nowadays?
What about Pulaski?
When she's aging, they use the transporter to de-age her. To
Yeah,
clean
using her hair or
DNA.
something, right?
They have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to get a.
Because they couldn't find her transporter trace.
Yeah. Still, it was a horrible episode. Not in that it was a bad written episode. It was just a horrible episode. It made you feel bad afterwards. You want to go kill a kitten or something. It was just like, ugh.
Wait, who's killing kittens?
Just want to sit there and throw her coffee in her face and go, "Here, drink that now."
Hold on.
I'm Catherine Janeway.
Yep. When you
So-
realize you will never ever be able to watch Voyager again. When I tell you this, that if you close your eyes and listen to Kate Mulgrew, she's a cross of William Shatner and Quagmire from Family Guy. It's like they took those two voices and blended them, and you get her.
I'm Captain Catherine Janeway of the Starship.
It's so much better than Genevieve O'Reilly, though.
Oh,
Oh God.
Well, just, the only thing I can add to this is when we had our session on Sunday, we ended up dropping out of hyperspace into a nebula, and Tade goes, "Is there coffee in this nebula?"
That's true, he did.
No, it was made of shit.
I'm Captain Catherine Quagmire
oh yeah.
We need to follow the prime diggity of the Starship Giggity. Giggity, giggity, giggity. All right.
And
Okay, Tade, you need to name one of your ships that.
No, thank you.
I have the USS Quagmire.
There is someone on the KDF who managed to use a glitch to properly create Quagmire's chin, and he flies around in the IKS Giggity.
Giggity.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go find said person. Have the Quagmire and the Giggity meet up. Oh, but we need to end the show. We gotta end this. We're done.
Later.
Yeah. Let's see. Follow us on Facebook, please, and on Facebook, because we're live on YouTube right now, and we somehow, I don't know how, we got to promote this, and I don't know how to promote this, but we need people to let us know what we need to do. What do you want to hear? What do you want us to do? What do you think would be good ideas? What are bad ideas? Whatever.
What bad
But
puns
get back to us.
Wolfie should
Oh,
avoid?
no, the bad puns will always be there. We're not getting rid of the puns because they're free.
Except for, the premium grass-fed cage-free puns.
The organic ones. But yes, follow us on Facebook, on Twitter. It's at the Geek EZ on Twitter, and I know people like the email, but you can email us at the Geek EZ or thegeekez@gmail.com. And stay tuned. Keep an eyeball out as you are watching things, because we have big stuff in the works. If you don't know what we're
Don't
talking
forget
about,
to give
listen
Nick
last
Fury back
week's
his
show.
eye patch when you're done.
Giggity. Yeah, I think that's going to be the end of that. So unless there's anything pressing, which I don't believe there is, we're going to be out of here. Say bonjour, boys.
Bonjour, boys.
Yeah.
Au revoir.
Harry Videnci. До свидания.
Good night.
Ooh. Even in everything German just sounds rough, mean. Saying goodnight to somebody. How'd you be leaning into your girlfriend? Good night. Oh.
Actually, it wouldn't be good night.
Good night.
Whatever.
Yeah, every time I hear somebody speak German, I always think, "Why are you yelling at me?"
Hock the Flavin.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
do do do.